People that talk about men's rights really piss me off, honestly, because most of the time y'all are bringing it up to negate women's rights or women's issues. And I understand men's issues are a big deal, but don't bring them up only to negate women's issues, because women have issues too. And I'm sorry, but y'all caused our issues, and y'all caused your issues at the end of the day. I understand it does affect you, and it is important to look into it because there's a pipeline. I think the main problem with men's issues is that if we don't look into it, it causes a pipeline that leads to far-right extremist incel men, basically. But those far-right extremist incel men are the only people who ever bring up men's issues in the first place. I'm sorry, but that's not when it's valid. Because yes, I know men are victims of violent crime more often than women, yes. But you know why? Because men are more likely to be violent with each other. They're also more likely to be in gangs and have drug crime issues with each other. And I was only referring to the issue of women walking home alone. That's not the same thing as putting yourself in a situation to where a violent crime occurs. I'm not saying that you're not still a victim and that's not still a problem, but it's not the same thing, and you're saying that just to make it seem like we don't have these issues. And I was literally saying it's not that scary to be a woman alone. People make it seem scarier than it is. So I don't understand what the point of saying that was. And then the men's suicidality issue. I understand that is a big issue, but you know why men have that issue? Because they don't feel comfortable talking about their issues and feelings and going to a therapist, opening up, because of the culture y'all have created with yourselves. And the people who talk about men's suicidality are always the people who continue to perpetuate that culture. So what are you talking about? Why are you bringing this up as a gotcha moment when you're still perpetuating it? You're causing this stuff. It's just always the fact that they want to cause these issues and then cry about them, like whenever we bring up women's issues. That's my only problem. I understand y'all have issues and they're important, but until y'all actually bring them up on your own independently and start advocating for them, it's not that important to us. I'm sorry, because you're bringing them up in my comment section when I'm talking about women's issues, and I don't care. I don't care, because we're talking about women right now. We're not talking about men. Y'all have been centered for a while. Shut up. And then I have a guy in my comment section saying, but I thought women were equal to men in all things. I don't recall any of my guy friends having to take precautions like this before going out. But we just go, maybe we're not so equal after all. The precautions in question were charging your phone, bringing a portable charger, having a backup plan for a ride. These are all things that I think men should be doing too. The reason that y'all put yourselves in danger because you don't do things like this and you think you're better. No. And yeah, we can still be equal to y'all. The reason that there's issues with us being unsafe is because of y'all. But I was literally saying in the original video that women shouldn't feel that unsafe going out. So as long as you take precautions. What is y'all's issue? But the reason men are more implicated in violent crimes is because of redlining and the fact that y'all don't care about the hood at all. Which is why these men are more likely to commit these crimes and then fall victim to violence, which is a product of the society that they're raised in, which is so messed up. But it has nothing to do with men versus women and everything to do with classism, racism, redlining, poverty, etc. So don't make it seem like it's something it's not. This is not a women versus men issue. Never was, never will be. And women still have more danger than men when it comes to things like this, obviously. Why do I have to say this? Not that much danger because most crimes are committed by somebody you know.